That's about as American as it gets, bro.
It's American.
Is this thing on?
Check 1 2 1 2.
It's fucking crazy.
They're invincible, indestructible, and he's living for like 10,000 years.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hunt for Greatness podcast.
Remember damn near, and I hadn't even fucking gotten out of town all year, really. At the very beginning of the year, I did.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, shit got weird, so it's like,
It's been
just nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's been a weird.
Welcome to the Hunt for Greatness podcast. We are on the air. I got Mikey and Christian in this piece tonight. What's up, fellas?
What
You
up?
gonna want to get real close to that mic. You can you hear me in your headphones?
Oh yeah, real good.
And you can hear yourself?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely, dude.
God damn.
I feel like you're sticking your tongue in my ear right now, boy.
ASMR.
Is it on? Is it on? Are we
Yeah,
on?
you're good, dude.
Yeah.
We're on, dude. So, first time. Dude, actually, I think it was the last podcast I did. Christian cut a mullet in some dude's head.
Really?
Was that the last one?
Was it?
This is the most flaccid mic stand of all time.
It is, bro. It needs to be. See that little bolt right there? That little mini bolt? Yep. Tighten that thing up a little bit, dude. Let's
Pull
check out
your kit, man. And,
Let's check out your finger strength. Strength. Dude, my football coaches used to say strength.
Strength.
It was more of strength. Let's see how much strength you boys got in your legs,
In your heart.
in your heart, in your legs.
How much strength you got in your heart, boy. That sounds like my football coach.
Yeah, our football coach. How much heart you got,
That's some good old boys right there, dude.
dude?
Speak the truth.
Where are you from, Mikey?
Topsail.
Okay.
Area. Yeah, Hampstead, Topsail.
And that's where you grew up?
Yeah.
Beach boy? Beach boy.
Kinda, man.
Beach
Yeah,
boy.
pretty much.
That's cool, dude. How long you been in Wilmington?
Really, like, god dang, dude. So I've long story short, ran away from home when I was 15.
Make it long.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
moved
We
to
don't care.
Wilmington when I was moved to Wilmington when I was 17. Did a bunch of couch surfing, and then about 24, I moved to Cali for 4 to 5 years, and so that was
Oh,
cool.
shit.
And that's
Wow.
what I was gonna get to you. Like, don't stay here, man. Don't cramp yourself up in Wilmington because there's so much more to life. You know, like. You
Go
need
see
to
some shit.
travel. Yeah, it's good for you. It's good for
Yeah.
everyone, man.
I think so.
You get locked down here, and then you can't get away, and you can't, see the world and what it has to offer in the different cultures. California is so diverse. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
I was in like Long Beach area, Orange County area, and a white person there, like, you're almost like a unicorn. It's different. You know?
Really?
Yeah, it's like there's. Man, the culture there is you think there's a lot of white people. It's really not, man. You go out like watching UFC fights, and there's only like a handful of white people, and it's cool, man. Like, everyone talks to you, like, man, it's just different. People here kind of like they have their groups, and that's it, and they don't let you in, But out there, it's real diverse. It's real open. It was cool, man. Cool culture.
How long did you live in Cali?
I lived out there for 4.5 years.
That's a
Almost
good.
5.
What made you go to Cali?
Weed. For being honest.
Damn right.
Yeah, no, my niece grew up premature, and she had bad seizures, and back then, we're talking then 12 years ago. I was 24, 37 this year, so it's a while ago, whatever the math is on that. But CBD had just, like, not even on the map yet. Someone had discovered it out there, and so it was a help for seizures, and my niece was on the point of, like, another few bad seizures, and she would not be with us anymore. And
Oh my God!
I wanted to go out there and, like, learn that atrociously, and that's what I did, man. Went to Cali, had a few homies from here. They did some illegal growing out there, and they invited me out, and man, I got to check out that whole world, and it was cool, Definitely enjoyed it. Big boys.
Things. Oh, boy.
Cuba.
Yeah.
You got the Cuba,
Yeah,
man.
not that.
It's all gone, man. That's the last one, Dad.
Yeah, let me monkey fuck your cigar, dude.
Sorry
Fuck,
to
dude, I
fucking
need a
interrupt
lighter,
this
dude.
Touching, fucking heartfelt story by not being able to light a goddamn cigar.
Dude, I was
Fuck,
watching
Mike.
some shit about Cali, and it was like Murder Valley or something like that, and it's about this.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Yes, what's the name of the town?
Murder Mountain.
Murder Mountain is the name of the.
That's in like West Virginia, I thought.
No, it's in Cali. It's a county.
Oh, shit.
It's like a county in Cali, and they have all these illegal grow, and these guys are riding around on 4-wheelers with AK-47s, like way up in the mountains.
Damn.
And they're doing all these illegal grow ops, and none of the cops
Crazy whites.
No, fuck with them.
cops won't go up there and mess with them because they're just scared.
Right.
I mean, I thought that was pretty crazy that they were in, like, I think when you legalize weed, you definitely kind of probably hurt the illegal market, but you also create a whole nother, like, niche for people to slide into, because they're like, all right, I'm gonna get my legalized, my license to grow, but I'm gonna grow 10 times more than what I'm supposed to.
Right.
I'm gonna grow my legal stuff here, and that's where my income's all gonna come from, and then all this extra income's gonna come from. I mean, you could do it anywhere.
Yeah.
You could do it Colorado,
You really
California.
can, yeah.
I mean, it's like mountainous terrain, bro. Like, they some woods out
Stay
there,
back in the
dude.
cut.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
get back in them woods, bro.
That world's cool, man. There's so many people who are like close-minded to that. Just weed, period. Growing, we're the Bible Belt. It's like that shit. You got that going on.
God told me I need to have sex with your wife, son. I was watching that Waco shit. He was telling
Oh,
people
fuck,
that, bro.
yeah.
That David
Yeah.
Koresh dude. He's like,
Shit's crazy.
it's God's
That is-
will for me to have sex with you. I don't want to have sex with your wife,
Hey,
Johnny,
man.
but I have to.
God.
God said I had to make her knees touch her elbows, Johnny.
Good Lord said I need a butt fucker tonight. No,
The
that's,
good Lord said I need to make your wife bend over, John, and that's just what we're going to have to do. Now, I don't want to do it, but I would be sinning if I didn't do it. Dude, that's what he
Listen
told
to me,
people,
man.
bro.
Listen to me,
That
man.
shit's
Dude,
crazy,
he told people stuff like that.
That's
Like,
why.
that's insane. Like, just, okay, think about being so vulnerable that you follow this guy and you give him your wife
Yeah,
to have sexual relations with
and have a kid.
and have a kid, and you remember that on Chappelle's show where he's like and he's like, he had sex with his best friend's girlfriend and then tricked him into raising the little motherfucker, like on the Hater Awards. They're giving out the Hater Awards, and he's like, he called in a bomb threat to the Special Olympics. Dude, Chappelle's show, like we were talking about Chappelle earlier.
Before its time.
Dude,
Dude,
That shit was so
amazing, dude. Neil Brennan was the co-writer for
Yeah.
that. And
This shit holds up, man. It's still so fucking funny.
it's a staple.
Still
dude, it's
so
a
funny.
staple.
If I'm going
Dude, there's
to-
there's a lighter right there, a torch lighter.
Torch it.
Yeah, you're gonna. Oh, there's 2 lighters, dude. Get that. Yeah, cotton candy when that torch lighter sucks, bro. Hit that cotton candy up, bro.
Sucks, huh?
If I'm going through some shit in life, like my mentals aren't right, like I'll legit throw in a season of Dave Chappelle, man, just get through it. Seriously. Like,
I
it's
mean, there
crazy.
ain't but 2 of them, ain't it?
Yeah.
Ain't there only 2 seasons
I
of
think
Chappelle
so,
show?
Like 2.5.
Bro, I had whatever one. I think it was season 2. It had Clayton Bigsby.
White power.
Are you? Are you serious,
That
bro?
shit's
Like,
crazy.
dude, an
That was-
amazing
that was
skit.
That was the very first episode to ever come out.
Was it?
Yeah, that was like season 1 episode.
Oh my
Dude,
It's like
god,
how it like entered the world.
dude! Trading spouses. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He comes in. The white guy. They trade a white guy with a black guy, and the white guy comes in, or the black guy comes in the house, and he says, "I don't smell no dinner cooking, bitch." That's the first thing he says to the girl. And then when Dave Chappelle's, you know how they put white all over Dave Chappelle's face,
Dude, that shit is the funniest.
So
and he's like a white dude. He
when he
goes
does like the news anchor and shit.
Yeah, and he's dressed up as a white guy and trading spouses, and he goes, he gets the lady's bra and he licks it, and he goes, titty residue. And he goes, do you mind if I pull my penis through the small hole in my underpants to have sex with you? It's just funny, dude. Like,
All
his
the
stereotypes were on point, bro. Like, I need that lighter. That lighter's out of furled air, boy.
shit's funny. Mama
Dude.
wearing pennies with dick holes in them. Who comes up with this?
Dude, he had so many lines, like, and then the reparations.
Yeah.
The one about dude, you can name all of his skits because there ain't but like probably, I don't know, 40, 50 of them in 2
I just
seasons.
bought this baby.
Cash.
That was me when I got my fucking stimulus check.
It's like, sir, she's like, sir, now that you have your reparations, are you going to stop working for the cigarette company? He's like, nah, bitch, I just bought this truck straight cash. I'm rich, bitch. I bought this baby cash. And then Charlie Murphy, Rick James,
Dude.
damn, Prince,
Prince, dude.
bro. I mean, dude
Oh,
is a genius. And, like, Killing Him Softly, the stand-up special, Killing Him Softly, probably his best of all time. Isn't that the one where he's talking about Sesame Street? And all,
What about
like,
Sesame Street?
just his whole bit about how Sesame Street is just...
Bitch, I live in a fucking trash can.
yeah. Dude, I think that's the one.
You're a grouch. Yeah.
Or he talks about the baby on the corner selling crack.
Get a job, you grouch. Yeah,
Dude, he's just a genius, bro. I think he's the best of our time. He's like the Richard Pryor of our generation.
I hate he went away. You know, like God, it sucks so bad.
I think that's
I
what
get it,
he had to
but
do.
Yeah, absolutely.
They offered him $50 million to do another season of that show. Did you watch his Samuel Clemens, or not Samuel Clemens, but
George Floyd shit?
Nah, Samuel Clemens. Samuel Clemens is the author of Tom Sawyer. Is his real name? Who is the author of Tom Sawyer? Mark Twain. Did you see? So Samuel Clemens is Mark Twain's real name, right? Like Blackbeard. His real name is Edward Teach, like that type of shit.
You know, like
so,
Mark Twain Awards, is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Did you watch that?
I did.
Oh my God, I love that. Did you get a chance to watch that?
I don't remember that one.
It's like an hour long, and it's him getting the Mark Twain Award, because Mark Twain was quote unquote the first comedian, basically. Like his literature, like was considered funny back in the day, like when he wrote. And I guess that's why they call it the Mark Twain Award. They didn't really explain that, but I'm pretty sure he was considered the first comedian. Like I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, but
is it a comedy award?
I think it's a comedy award, because I've only heard of comedians getting the award. Like Bill Murray got it, I believe. Richard Pryor was the first one to ever get it.
He was funny as fuck too.
Oh
Bruce
yeah,
was
dude.
fucking funny.
Oh yeah. But like the whole award show was amazing. It was people there was people coming up to present the award or like talk about Dave Chappelle. It was like Dave Chappelle died, but he wasn't dead. And it was like a celebration of his entire life, and people were coming up talking about eating mushrooms with him and like tripping balls with him, and it was great, dude. It was fantastic, and it just makes you think like how good of a person he probably is. Like he's probably like a killer human being.
So like centered up. You got to be like really fucking in touch with yourself to walk away from $50 million just because you know that it's not.
They were
what's
killing
right
that,
for you.
dude.
Yeah.
They were killing with that joke about the $50 million. But his the George Floyd thing was very disturbing. Like when I really listened to it, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, it was.
Because you'll let Dave Chappelle just kind of take you on a journey.
You will.
You trust him. You
Yeah.
trust Dave Chappelle to think. You know what I mean? So you're going to let him take you on a journey of... You know how when you listen to some people, you're like, hold on, wait, I don't agree with that. Or, let me think about what you just said. I'm not just going to agree with you. But Dave Chappelle, you can kind of just... And then afterwards think about it, you know? And it was like... I felt like that when I watched it. I was like, man, that shit's outrageous. Like, what an outrageous world we live in, dude.
Yeah.
It's insane. And he's fucking mad about it, and I'm glad he's mad about it. And I'm glad he made the point of, like, who cares what celebrities have to say about it? Like, you live in the real world. We don't.
Right.
Like, if Dave Chappelle gets pulled over by a cop, they're like, oh, shit, it's Dave Chappelle. Better not fuck with this guy. You know? But, like, if somebody else were to get pulled over by a cop that nobody cares or really knows about, they're going to have a whole nother interaction.
Yeah.
And I've had issues with cops and not had issues with cops. I think it's just on a kind of person-by-person basis when it comes to that type of stuff, you know. But there definitely is that. I'm glad people got pissed about that whole shit about him keeping his knee on that dude's neck. Like, that's crazy, dude.
That is crazy.
Look, these motherfuckers think they can do whatever they want. Like, what are you doing out there, dude? It just made me think, and I know this probably ain't the right way to think about it, but it made me think, like, I'm not going to just respect you because you have a uniform on. I'm not going to disrespect you, but I'm not going to give you respect until you give me respect. Because I'm a person, I put my pants on just like... That's what they used to tell us in football, too. He puts his britches on just like you do in the morning.
Yeah, man.
Get up in his ass.
Get up in here.
Don't let him get up in your ass again, Alex. I hated when they said that, bro. It would make me so mad. And he'd be like, y'all stand around with your thumbs in your butt. Did they ever say that to you?
That boy's eating your fucking lunch.
Yes, bro. But, yeah, it's just kind of just made me think, like, I don't know, dude. It just kind of made me think, like, I'm not just gonna respect you because you're a barber or because you're a mechanic. Like, respect is given and earned.
Yeah.
And it's just because you went to school for less hours than my man did to get his fucking haircut and license don't mean I'm gonna respect you. They go to school less hours than a barber, bro.
Yeah. It's like 900 hours or something.
Bro, come on, man.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I mean, I guess because it's so hard to get people to do the job now.
Well, it's a fucking position that's shat on. There's no, like... There's, like, yeah, why would you... Like, what type of person does that job appeal to? Where it's like, we'll give you $20,000 a year...
It's probably like
and
40
fucking
or something.
Run you to the fucking ground, put you in a position where it's like, it's going to be stressful as fuck, it's going to wreck your life. You're going to be left to make, like, incredibly fucking hard decisions all the time, and everybody fucking hates you. It's like, what type of person wants that job? Like, you're not doing it for the money. You're not doing it, like, the only appealing part of the job is, like, having authority.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Or helping
like
people.
that,
or you
or-
might
right.
actually want to help people.
Right. And I think there probably are a lot of people who get into it and want to help people, but, like, you get into it all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and probably fucking 10 years down the line or whatever. It's like every time you're interacting with somebody, they're fucking saying, fuck you,
Yeah.
fucking... I'm sure people get super jaded in that profession.
Oh, for sure. And
It's
your
like-
first whole year, you got to be in the jailhouse. And then you got to be in the courtroom.
Right.
For most of them. Most of them, their first whole year, they're in the prison. Think about that, dude. You wake up in the morning to go to prison.
Yeah.
To work. Around people who don't want to be there.
I didn't know it went down like that.
Yeah, I mean, in Sanford, in the sheriff's department, that's what they do. Because I did a podcast with a sheriff that actually arrested me. And I was asking him about... He's cool as hell. Like, I'm friends with him and everything. And I was asking him about, like, being a cop. And he was saying that pretty much your whole first year, you're stuck in that prison. Because they don't... Who's going to volunteer to do that?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like all the new guys. And you put a bunch of new guys in there with a bunch of damn hardened criminals. Some of people in there are hardened criminals.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the whole system is just kind of shitty. It's kind of built for, like, if you have money, you can get out. If you're poor, you're
They're fucked.
screwed. You're in there. I
Yeah.
mean, you're not getting out, you know? I don't know. It's just kind of shitty the way the system's kind of rigged up.
Yeah.
Then you got private prisons where they have incentive to lock people up.
Yeah, they get like make money off of it. It's
Yeah.
just big money.
Yes.
Yeah.
The more people they have in there, the more money they make, dude.
It's a job that really only should be done by, like, incredibly, like, high caliber individuals.
How many
But
of those are there, though?
There's not that many, and in order to make what high caliber individual wants the fucking job the way that it is right now, it's like you need it
Nobody.
to be, like, a six-figure
Yeah.
position.
This my other kid right here.
What's
Matt
up, little
Bauer,
man?
What's up, buddy? Want to smoke a cigar?
You done peeing on people, R. Kelly?
Yeah, he peed on his mom earlier.
That's not cool.
Say what's up to the podcast, Maddox.
No.
Say what's up. Say what up, cousin. Say let's go, 28.
Let's go, 28.
That's gay.
Yeah, that's my other youngin'. He'll be 4 in January. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that to become a police officer and there's no follow up. Basically, you do your hours and then you're given a uniform. But, like, there's no follow up. Like, what about the mentality breakdown? What if they have one of these crazy nights and it changed their life and they're altered and then they have these power trips? Like, I mean,
I'm sure that happens all the time.
All the time. It definitely happens. One of my good buddies, Marshall Moore, he resigned. Shout out to Marshall. Love you, gay boy.
Shout out, gay boy.
He
Gay boy fresh, what up?
Gay boy.
he resigned right after the Wilmington PD. Those 3 officers about like that NIG situation, whatever happened with that, like some kind of racial slurs. I know you had to hear about it, but
I think I heard briefly about
Yeah,
it. Some dude saying the N-word or something.
yeah,
Well, more than just saying the N-word, it was like after like the George Floyd incident, obviously like racial tensions very high. Yeah, there were like 3 officers caught like on their dash cam, like talking about how like I can't wait to fucking slaughter these like N-words.
Oh
like,
my
Yeah,
God,
it's crazy.
dude!
Have a
What
second
the
Civil War
fuck is
going
wrong
on.
with
Yeah.
people?
yeah.
Cops in
Cops,
Wilmington,
Wilmington
Police,
PD,
yeah.
WPD.
and then your boy was like, "I ain't working with these people."
The main one's last name was Moore, and his Marshall's last name's Moore, and he's
Oh,
like, dude, he has a
shit.
family. He's like you. He has a little boy. He has a little girl and a wife.
He's
and
not
like,
taking no
he's
chances.
like, nah. He's like, man, this ain't. He's like, dude, this is crazy. And he's like, things are just out of control. He's like, there's no point in me doing this, like risking my life for this. And
Yeah, because he knows what's important
Yeah.
to him, and it's
Yeah.
not like risking his life over a damn job.
It's not, man. We live in
Damn.
a crazy world, and I don't blame him. I'm happy for him. Glad.
Damn,
that
it'd
he
be
made
cool
that
to
decision.
have him come talk about that.
He would. He has a lot of. You know where I worked at, Mr. Eddie's lot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Mikey's a mechanic. What's your YouTube channel? Do you know it off the top of your head?
No.
We need to plug it
I
because
know, I
you
need
got some how-to videos now, right?
I mean, I started doing some stuff on my phone and putting it out there just on social, but I never.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Marshall was actually he has a YouTube channel, and I was trying to get him to actually come full time with me and like start filming for me, and he ended up taking another position. And I never started it, man. I never started a YouTube
Need to,
channel.
for
I
sure.
know. It's due when I get.
What's your social media?
Social media is just Mikey Ray. That's on Facebook, and then Mikey Likes It on Instagram. And
Mikey likes
Mikey
it.
likes it.
At Mikey likes it. Mikey likey.
Yeah, I just do little stuff that's weird, tricky. I just post random videos up like that could help other people out. And it's
Like
crazy.
with mechanic.
Mechanic World. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy the feedback
And
that I
sex.
have gotten off of it.
That's
man.
awesome.
It
Like what
is.
kind of feedback you getting?
Man, like, damn, man, like a lot. Like some people, like, man, I didn't know you messed with like all makes and models across the board. Like, all your stuff is so informative. Like, it's such small little videos that are so helpful. Like, and a lot of people said that like you need to start making YouTube videos and
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Dude, people look at that type of stuff because they don't want to have to pay somebody hundreds of dollars.
right?
If it can be done.
Yeah,
Like that little thing you switched out on my, like in the line,
yeah.
the little valve.
Pressure, yeah, the little valve and the pressure switch. Yep.
Yeah, it was like a $5 part
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah.
and you switched it right out. And that's something that any mechanics can be shady,
Oh, there's a lot of shady. I've
And-
worked with a lot of shady. It
and they
sucks.
can tell you
It's
anything
crazy.
because like how are you going to tell them different if you
Right.
don't know anything
If
about?
you don't know anything, you're fucked.
You're
You know,
fucked,
You're not
dude.
informed. You're screwed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's
there's
crazy.
so much shit to know about a motor.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many different makes and models, and there's so many different motors, and it's like so many different moving parts there, and like how the hell would any regular ass dude like me
Yeah,
know when
that's-
somebody's trying to shit on him?
Yeah.
That's why I always take my shit to you
Yeah.
because it's like I know you're not gonna hit me with no stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like there's people I take it to. Well, you need to get this, and this done. I'm like, holy shit, are you serious? And it's like, nah,
I'm as mirrored as it comes, man. Like straight through. Like I'm gonna tell you straight up.
bro.
what
You
it is,
you
know?
treat
Like,
people like you would want to be treated
Yeah.
if you were taking your car to a mechanic. See, that's the difference between you and a lot of people. Dude, I was riding without AC for 3 weeks because I thought you didn't have a shop.
Should have called me sooner, man. I'd
Well,
been
the
in your
day you had
driveway.
a shop.
I
No,
know.
I didn't. I wouldn't expect you to do that.
I'd come to your house and fix that. That's just the way I am, man.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude.
But I just refused to fucking. I didn't want to.
right.
I just didn't want to deal, and it ain't even my money, bro.
Yeah.
It's not even my money, and I just don't want to deal with nobody like that. You know, it's been tough to find like a. It's kind of like the same with tattoo artists. They fucking get on my goddamn nerves. I know y'all are friends with a lot of tattoo artists, but like a lot of them get on my nerves. It's like, bro, you ain't doing brain surgery, dog. Like, stop acting like a fucking brain surgeon, bro. Like, straight up, like you're an artist. Congratulations.
They're artists, man.
Yeah,
Artists,
dude. I don't know, dude. It's just.
Yeah.
A lot of them, like a lot of them dudes, like even when I talk to them on the phone to make an appointment, like what's this dude's name that did this? Mike Wooten at Jade Monkey Tattoo was a straight up dick to me on the phone,
Fuck you.
and I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna let you do this tattoo," and then he ended up apologizing to me. But I mean, I could tell people when they're dicks, like they have other shit going on. They're fucking hurt people most of the time that
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
to be mean
absolutely.
to you. You know, it's like
Yeah.
mostly people who somebody's been mean to them or
Yeah.
somebody mistreated them. But
Right.
I wasn't thinking like that. I was just like, this dude's gonna do my I'm not gonna say a fucking word to this guy. I'm gonna let him do his tattoo because I like his letters.
Yeah.
His letters look
Yeah,
super dope. I'm gonna let him do it, and then when he gets done, I'm gonna tell him what a piece of shit he is. And then he's almost done doing it, and like starts apologizing to me for giving me an attitude on the phone. I didn't even think he knew that it was me who he talked to on the phone.
He's a good person for knowing that, though, that, actually realizing that.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
respect-
And I was about to write him off, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, fuck this guy.
Respect for that, though.
Yeah, for sure. But like a lot of tattoo artists, like doctors, I don't get along with doctors. Most of them. It's
Yeah.
weird. But like, bro, I don't give a fuck that you went to medical school for 10 years. I don't give a fuck. Like, how about you talk to me like you would talk to any old whoever on the street. Don't talk to me like I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know. It's the same thing with cops. It's just this whole, like, I'm better than you type of shit, you know? It's like, bro, I do not respond well to that. I really don't.
Me neither.
Right.
It's just something I don't respond well to. Like, give respect to get it. I don't know.
Put our pants on the same, boy.
Yeah, we put our britches on the same way, dude. Dude, my coach has taught me so many good life lessons to grow up by, dude.
And
More
you're
about
from
that.
Sanford?
Yeah, I'm from
There's some
Sanford.
GOBs there, boy. Some good old boys. Like, for real.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Some
when I was in
GOBs.
high school, across my windshield, it said, good old boys. Swear to God. Me
Yeah.
and my best friend, good old boys, and had the Confederate flags on the front of our trucks and everything, dude. We thought we were the shit.
Sanford, bro.
Pieces
Sanford,
of
some
shit.
woods, son. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Good people
but
there, though.
yeah, for sure. And, like, I just think sports. Did y'all play sports whenever y'all were growing up?
Yeah.
Tried.
you?
If the parental would allow it, yeah.
So it's like you just learn so many lessons. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
For sure.
you're never as good as you think you are. First of all,
Right.
you're not, and that's such a good life lesson to
It
learn
is.
too. It's like dude, I remember that I used to be this cocky little asshole kid that I thought I was just better than everybody
You
just because
should.
I was the best one on my team, full of damn scrubs. You know, it's like most kids didn't know how to play ball. Like their parents didn't play ball with them growing up. Like if your dad's not playing ball with you, how you gonna know? You know, so like a lot of these kids, and I'm like, oh, I'm the best, dude. I got it wrapped up. I ain't even got to try type shit. And my dad would always tell me, there's always somebody better than you out there. And little did I know, there was a bunch of people better than me out there.
Whole lot.
Just like cocky little kids, bro. There's nothing worse. There's
Yeah.
nothing worse. And that's what I was, a cocky little bitch ass chubby kid, dude. I was chubby, bro. I was a chubby little youngin'. But sports, they taught me so much, bro. Like, just the coaches, and I didn't realize it then, of course. But now when I look back, and the coaches I did not like were the ones that taught me the most. Like the ones I was like, this dude's a dick.
Yeah.
They were always the ones that were like,
Most valuable, you know?
yeah, man.
You think they're dicks, but really they're just trying to teach you and set you up for a good life, man. It's
And
crazy.
that's what you remember is the ones that were dicks that would tell you how it was. That's what I like value that. Like, and then they'd pull you to the side and be like, look, man, I care about you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you what I'm telling. That's why I'm so hard on you. Teachers, I remember teachers that were like that too in school.
Yeah, yeah.
The ones that would go like the extra mile and be like, I'm grading your paper hard because you have potential.
Yeah.
Like you have potential. I remember this lady. I had her in the 5th grade, bro. This is crazy. My memory sucks, but I remember this lady, red hair, curly red hair. Her name was Miss Justice. Miss Justice. And I'm like, where did you get that last name from? Well, she got it from her husband. Okay, and she was so strict. Like so strict. Like 5th grade, bro. I was not ready for this bitch, dude. And she was so strict, bro. I remember having, like, I didn't care that much about school. I never had to try hard. Like, I just would get passing grades, and I'm fine with that. Like, I didn't, you know. This lady, I remember my first paper I wrote failed. It was a book report. I failed it, dude. When I got it back, it had red ink all over it, dude, of where she corrected me and like, you can do this better, you can do this better, you can do. And I remember by the end of the semester, and I was like an A-B kid. I ended up getting a B in her class, and it was the hardest class I ever had. And it was like a English lit, like book study or book report. You remember writing book reports?
Yeah.
Dude, you remember your first like time you ever tried to smoke weed or roll a joint? How shitty it was? I was shitty at it. Do you remember?
I was just smoking people who did.
So you didn't have to roll, really?
Yeah.
I always did.
Always had to roll?
Yeah, always.
Actually, I didn't.
I was
first
the
I
guy.
smoked. I was like, I think I was like 16 or 17 when I
Really?
smoked
A little,
very first time. I
I
was
can't
older.
remember how old I was. I knew I couldn't drive yet.
I've been around all my life. My stepdad did it. He'd like pass out on the couch and leave his bag on the
Really?
the little plastic bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never just grabbed
Never
none?
did, man. Never did. I don't know why. I was like, I had some pretty decent teachers, I guess, like some coaches growing up, man. I never got in trouble like that, you know. I think probably because like I was always afraid I was gonna literally get my ass whipped. Like I
Fear.
Yeah, that's
fear.
true, man. Like I came from an abusive family, so like we were beat, like beat. We
Like
were
beat down.
beat down. Like we took ass whippings.
Damn.
Like with whatever my mom could grab, where there was a chain, a belt, whatever it was, we got whipped. It was no like, you know, and that was like we got whipped based off of how her day was and my stepdad's day.
Oh.
That's how we grew up in an abusive like lifestyle. So I think it was like just that fear of like not getting in trouble, you know.
Yeah.
And that's some true stuff, man.
Like, so it was like that, like your whole adolescent, like young growing up.
I mean, my brother and sister. That's funny. You live in Sanford. My sister went to Sanford. She was the first one out. She was the oldest, and she went to Sanford College in Sanford. I don't know what y'all have there, but that's where
Central Carolina Community College, right?
I guess so.
CCCC. That's what they call it.
Somewhere in
Swear to
Sanford,
God, dude, I ain't making that shit up. I knew you were gonna laugh, Christian.
Creative out there.
But yeah, we took.
C to the fourth.
Well, that's where she went to college. Then my brother, he went to the Navy, and then it was me. And so I was the last one there, and I was the one getting beat on. And I was like, dude, I'm not. I was like,
Damn.
I was 14. And I was like, dude, I'm out. And so I ran away. Yeah, but got.
So that's why you ran away.
15, I was out, bro. I was driving illegally at 15. Swear to God, yeah.
Just to get away from the.
Just
You
get
think
away.
they just took their anger out on you or
Yeah,
something?
you know, I honest to God, like even to this day, me and my mom don't have a good relationship. We don't. I never met my dad. I only had a stepdad, and he was a piece of shit. And it was one of those things. I think they just took it out on you, you know. Them two were always fighting, but like at 6 years old, I knew every cuss word in the book, you know. And I think it's just one of those things where I think my mom went through it. Like, you know, she come up in a hard time. Like maybe my grandpa was abusive, and so that's where she got it from, you know.
Yeah.
It's just really weird because my grandma, like I consider her like an angel, and my mom the devil. So I'm split. And one day I am going to have a huge chess piece of an angel and a devil. Like, it's just how I'm split personally. I literally am. Like, I'm as nice as they come, and I do anything for anybody. I'm as mean, like cutthroat, you know. Like, I wouldn't have a problem pulling a trigger on somebody. Like, I'm just that way, that mentality. It's straight split. And that's fucking crazy on its own. But
You think that has to do with your way you were brought up?
yeah,
At all?
yeah. I'm thankful for my grandmother. Like, man, if it wasn't for her,
Is that your mom's mom?
mom's mom, yeah.
Okay.
But I think like she was so nice. Like it's so insane to ever think that my grandma would ever have any influence towards the reason why my mom she is. You know,
Yeah,
what I
that
mean?
is
Like, I could
crazy.
never-
That's what I was just thinking about.
Never see that, and I still don't see that. What is crazy is though, like when I moved back from Cali. The reason why I moved back from Cali was my grandma was sick, and she's the one when I ran away from home. Like she's the one who pretty much shepherded me, and like I got her to pull me out of high school early. So I dropped out of high school when I was like, fuck, I was young, dude. I was like 17, 18, dropped out. So I was over. I didn't like school. I didn't like being there.
Yeah.
I got bullied a lot. You know, I was just one of those things, like a slow learner. I'm a hands-on guy. I was a mechanic, they're hands-on. Luckily, I developed like the minds of like reading and stuff. Now I love that, but back then I hated reading. You know, I couldn't follow along, and I hated speaking, like talking to people in the class, and
Yeah.
teachers stand up and read. It's like fuck, here we go. You know, you get
Yeah.
nervous, throat like can't. You know what I mean? It's like I hated that stuff, that spotlight on stuff. So I wanted to drop out, get out of there. I did that. Got my grandma to come sign me out. She did. She said, only way I'm gonna sign you out is you immediately go get your GED. Did that at Cape Fear Community College. Actually, we had one at Hampstead, so that's exactly what I did. Dropped out. Next day, went and got my signed up for my GED. Like 2 months later, I was done. And all my other people had like 3 or 4 years left in school, and like I was out. You know,
Ready to do
that was
something.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And so I had an early jump on life, and immediately after that, I moved to Wilmington. So I told you I moved to Wilmington when I was 17, and I did. I couch surfed, and I started at Cape Fear. It was
What,
Cape-
like, yeah, friends that lived here and
Yeah.
you just, they
Yeah.
let you stay with them?
Honestly, the people I moved out to Cali with, you know, when they moved, after they moved, and they invited me out. Like those were like some of my cool people because they were in the cars, and I just couch surfed with those guys. Man, like they were cool. They knew they were just basically there looking out. You know, but yeah, it was a wild childhood growing up, man. Man, if you have both your parents and like love is a necessity, man. Like it's crazy. It's some deep stuff. Like you love your kids, man, because otherwise you're gonna grow up like me, like no love, you know. And it's a bad way to live, you know. It's a bad upbringing. So definitely love your kids. Love yeah, like you know when you come up and stuff, man, because that shapes your future, you know. Like we grew
Yeah.
up in a household with no love. There's like it was like hard knock love. There's like no love. It's crazy. There's a difference, you know. But from 17, I started at Cape Fear Ford. Used to be on Oleander Drive. and I just got in the car, that hands-on thing, you know, like I was just good with my hands. And then from there I went to Honda. I always loved Hondas. I
Yeah.
don't know why. I just loved Hondas. I had an Acura. My second car was the Acura Integra. I told you I drove illegally. My first car I bought on my own. Saved up $1,400 and bought a Dodge Daytona Turbo. Okay, some bitch was fast. It really
We're
was.
winners.
It
Okay?
really was. It was a piece of shit. But I drove illegally, man.
Dodge Daytona.
Dodge
what does that
Daytona.
even look like, bro?
Oh,
I gotta
yeah.
look
Heard
that
of
up,
those.
bro. Let me look that up.
1987 Dodge Daytona. It was
1987.
red.
Oh, square body.
Thought
Square body.
That some bitch was fast. I needed a mullet.
Dodge. It sounds fast.
Only reason I got that car was because of turbo.
What year was it?
1987
All right, I'm looking up 1987 Dodge Daytona.
turbo.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, it looks like you could go back to the future in that bad boy right there, son.
That was it.
What color was it?
It was red.
Was it?
Fuck
That's it,
red.
man.
I swear to God.
Dude, do the headlights flip up?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Driving illegally in that thing.
Kind of
man.
looks like an IROC Z a little
It
bit.
does. It does.
It's got a little like that. That looks like an IROC Z.
Yeah. That's
Damn, son,
You-
Dodge Daytona, boy.
You pull more tail than you could handle.
I mean, you have babies in the back seat of that thing, okay?
Damn.
Twins,
Uh,
twin babies.
I drove illegally for 2 years straight and never got in trouble. I got my permit, and the first fucking night I got my permit, I got pulled over. State
Wow.
Yeah, dude. It was insane.
You thought you were the shit
I've
because you got
always-
your permit and got a
yeah.
little reckless.
And I tell you, I don't know if y'all believe in like higher power spirits and stuff, but like I believe in angels heavily because of the situations I've been in, and like it's unreal. Like if I ever look back, like imagine driving around illegally, like getting pulled over, like what the fuck would have happened? Like they're gonna call my mom. Like I would have never gave my mom's number. They wouldn't have found out about her. We didn't have a relationship, you know. It's so crazy, like thinking about
So what happened?
things. I drove illegally and I was straight, and then I drove legally and got in trouble. But
Yeah, but you weren't driving legally because you were only had a permit.
yeah,
You're supposed to have an adult in the car, correct?
yeah.
So that's why you got in trouble, right? Because there was no adult in the car.
I got in trouble for speeding. Yeah, they made me. Yeah, I got in trouble for speeding. I was only.
But was it illegal for you to be driving with no adult in the car? Do you remember?
I don't think so.
So you just got a speeding ticket
Yeah, I got a speeding ticket. Yeah, I was
in
my
the
brother-
Daytona.
No, I was in my brother's car. I was going to get a part for the Daytona. Damn, Daytona was down. Left me down. I was on the way to advance.
Damn Daytona.
Daytona.
was down.
This is what happened.
So you were actually fixing your own shit.
Yeah, I was fixing
from-
my own shit.
I mean, you had no choice really at that point.
Man, we grew up. Luckily, that was one cool thing about my stepdad was he was the backwoods redneck guy who fixed everything in the yard.
So you learned from him.
Because we were broke. We didn't take our shit to people because we couldn't. They couldn't
Yeah.
afford it. Honest to God, they couldn't afford to go
Yeah.
take their shit to the shop. So Paul, my stepdad, he would tinker, shade tree mechanic, fuck everything up.
Take it apart, can't put it back together.
it.
Damn right.
That's me, bro.
But luckily, that's where I actually got like a lot of hands-on stuff. But growing up poor, man, it teaches you so much stuff. But like we were the ones who would like find go-kart frames and shit in the woods and like take them and like try to fix them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like tinkering. That's how you came up.
You like doing stuff like that when you're a kid, though. When you're not really worried about money
yeah.
and like paying a mortgage.
You
I
like-
like
yeah.
shit like that when I was little,
Especially-
tearing shit up and putting it back
You
together.
had more time for it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But you didn't know neither. You didn't know about life and money
Yeah.
and all this shit. What sucks is that if you knew your friends who had money and they had nice shit, like a dirt bike, go-kart, foil, whatever, and their shit ran and you didn't have anything. So it's like,
Yeah.
damn, I want to do something.
Where'd you find this at? Did you find this on the side of the road and shine this thing up? Where'd you, like, nah, my mommy bought me this. My daddy
Yeah.
bought me this.
You learn, man.
Yeah, you have
Self-taught,
to.
Man.
You have to. See, my family, they have money, but I think they have money because they budget.
They hold on
And
to
I
it.
think that they
Smart.
do things themselves. That was me, sorry. I moved this thing.
It did sound
Hold
like
on.
a dog, dude.
This is a dog call, bro.
It legit sounded
Them
like
dogs are about to come up to
German
the
Shepherd.
door trying to get up in here. But they budgeted, and then they budgeted. Is that a word?
Budgeted.
budgeted it.
Budgeted.
They budgeted it. They budgeted.
They budged.
They like to budget, and then that's what they taught us. Like as youngins, they taught us to budget, dude. Like I had to save my money up. I remember for like 12 or 13 weeks to get a Nintendo 64, which I should have never had money in the first place. Should have never gave you niggas money. I should have never had money in the first place. But I remember I had to like make my bed. My room was clean every day. couldn't get in trouble, and I would get $5 a week.
Yeah.
And I eventually got like $65, which is how much a Nintendo 64 was.
It's
it was
crazy,
$65. I remember, and that was a lot of money. That was like
You can't buy
now,
a game console now for 60.
hell nah, dude.
no.
But back
What is it,
then,
like
that was like
$500?
$150, dude.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah, and it was like one of the early game consoles, so they didn't really know what they had. The Japanese really didn't know what they had at this point. Okay, but dude, remember how awesome Nintendo 64 was?
Oh, dude, it was the best.
Did you ever play video game console, like video game
Yeah.
system? And you went from like, well, I had a Sega Genesis that my parents bought because they liked it. So they wanted to just like, hey, it's a video game. You want to play a video game in our house? Because they never had that growing up. They had arcade. You know, they had to go to the arcade to play a video game. So they got a Sega Genesis, and like, we can play a video game in our house. Like, think about that, bro. Like, the first time you could really play a video game in your house, which was probably like Pong or like Duck Hunter or something.
Yeah.
Or like NES was
Right.
probably like the first, right?
What about those old games with the little stick, the joystick? What was that?
That was
That was the first shit.
was
I
it
remember.
on a screen?
Yeah, and it had the little joystick.
It was the it had Pong.
Is that what
like
it is?
Pong, the little ball that
Where you
goes
just,
back
like,
and forth,
yeah,
and you
you
move
just slide
the
this thing up and down.
yeah,
hit
and
the
like
ball.
Tetris.
Yeah,
It had
fucking
Tetris.
That's the first shit I
It had to
remember.
be NES, right? It had the little red joystick.
Yeah, it had a joystick.
Yeah. I remember playing Duck Hunter. Remember Duck Hunter with
Yeah,
the
I
little
remember
pistol?
that,
That was fun.
That's the first violent video game. They didn't know it.
It was,
Essentially,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm shooting them for real
Shooting
now,
those
dude.
motherfuckers. It's at the screen. Tut, 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 tut.
Dude, I would go right up to the screen
Yeah.
and put them on, like, put my gun on the screen. I was such a piece of shit, dude.
That shit's funny.
Piece of shit since I was a kid. But yeah, dude, think about that. Like, the first time you were able to play a video game in your house, and you grew up with like arcades. Remember arcades?
Yeah,
How
arcades
cool
were
were
cool.
those?
They were cool as fuck.
So cool, dude. It's just crazy how in the last. How old are you, Christian?
26.
How old are you, Mikey?
36.
All right, I'm 30. So we're actually like pretty much pretty well spaced out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So damn, I forget what I was about to say. Oh, you remember like how I used to get on, like, do you remember when the internet came out?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I remember the doo-doo-doo-doo.
You could not use a
fucking
phone, bro.
Yep.
You couldn't use a phone while you were.
Shut the phone down.
It shut everything
Yeah.
down. Like, hey, honey, get off the phone. We're getting on the internet tonight.
Dude,
It'd take you like 4 hours to load a page with some titties on it, bro.
Some text.
It was
Yeah.
a wrap, bro. Like 4 hours.
Yeah.
You done jerked off 67 times by the time the page loads up, bro.
It wasn't even real.
You
It
done
was just
jerked
two
off.
big zeros
Dude,
with
you
a
done
fucking
jerked
period
off
in the
to
middle.
her eyebrows 14 times.
it's coming. It's coming.
And you had to print it out, because if you didn't print it out, it was a waste.
That was
and then
back
you
when
had
people
black and white
appreciated a real
printer.
fucking titty.
Yeah, dude,
People
a
used to
nip.
appreciate a titty.
People don't even appreciate a titty no more. It's just click, 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 and you have all the
click,
titties
clack,
you want.
click,
Clickety,
clack,
clickety,
click,
clack, motherfucker. Dude, it's so weird how it's changed, though,
Yeah,
dude.
Look at the
Think
clack
about
where
that.
them titties at.
That has to
Baby.
affect society, bro.
Oh,
That's
without
100%,
a
yeah.
doubt, son.
Oh, God.
Without a doubt. We used to have a fucking hustler buried in the woods.
Yeah,
It
bro.
was
All
like
good
a
porn was found in the
It was
woods,
a
bro.
20-minute walk through the woods to get to some porn.
With a hard dick, rub it up
Jack
against
Jack,
your,
baby.
rub it up against your
It was a
jeans
fucking
short.
hustler and a goddamn can of
Dude,
Grizzly
Hustler
Straight,
was the
baby.
real shit, bro. Hustler
was. They were-
dude, Hustler was penetration, bro.
Yeah.
Playboy ain't no penetration in
No,
there. I
it's
don't
soft.
remember.
That's
Yeah, I
soft.
don't remember there being any. But dude, we stole some Hustlers from the gas station, and I looked at my buddy and I said, "Bro, what is this?" I was scarred for life.
Everything changed.
Like, this is how it is? No, sir, no. And little did I know, this is not how it is. Like, the porn you watch, that's not life. That's not real life, dude.
Depends.
I mean, it does depend, but most of the time,
You'd be surprised.
Hey,
You'd be surprised.
see my dick, bro.
You'd be surprised.
dude, it's just like the shit on the internet, though. Like, dude, it's all step
It's next level,
brother
man.
porn and step sister.
What is that?
bro? Weird.
How many times have you
Hey,
talked
dude,
about on this
I don't need a
podcast?
storyline. 28 times? No, we haven't, dude. But I don't need a storyline.
Yeah.
Fuck your storyline.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
cool with a
immediately
downloaded.
going to the 5th minute of the video.
Yeah, bro.
Play,
Hey,
skip.
where's the thumbnail at for this one? Where's that located? Dude, it has messed society up, I think.
No, without
Fucked
a
it
doubt,
up.
man.
Just like the fact that you can click a button, or even a little kid, they can click the. I don't even let my kid hold my phone. because like he's on YouTube Kids and all that, where it has
Yeah.
all these restrictions. He has the
Right.
little kid stuff. But like, dude, think about if he got on my phone. I mean, he's 3 right now, but
Think
in
about
a-
that motherfucker got a hold of your search history.
in a
son?
year,
Come on,
in a
son.
year, big booty bitches. That's in mine.
Big butt.
Big butt.
Big
Hey.
butt.
Yo, what was the song we were about to come out to on this podcast and we forgot?
Fucking. Why you bullshit?
Why you bullshit? Dude,
Why you
do
bullshit?
you remember how gay that dude was when we looked him up?
Surprisingly gay.
So, dude, all right.
Well, guys,
We got to tell you his story, okay? Me and Christian got to tell you his story, Mikey. We went to see Krista Lee live, and we were coming back from
Rest in
Greensboro. Rest in peace, Krista Lee. Rest in peace, Krista Lee's career. We were coming back from Greensboro, and how do we find this guy, bro?
I don't know. He just like came on Spotify, shuffle play or something.
Dude, all right, it had to be Christian's
It
phone
was
because
like
I don't
some-
listen to shit like
It
this.
was like some
but-
fucking like Wu-Tang radio or some shit like
Dude,
Uh.
and this guy comes on. His name's Sugar Free. I don't know if you remember who that is.
I've heard of the name.
Okay, well, terrible music. I mean, absolute worst, most degrading. Like, he's a real life pimp, and the
that.
lyric.
That's all he knows, man.
And that's all he knows,
knows.
bro, is beat a bitch
Huh.
type shit. And it is insane. Like, I'd never heard no music like this. Is right in the middle of cancel culture, too, bro, when we find this shit.
Yeah, and you would think that music would keep like progressively pushing the limits further and further, but this shit had to be from the 90s.
Dude, it's from the 90s. It had to be early
It was
90s.
All pimp
jaw-dropping
shit's back
shit.
in the day.
Dude,
Yeah.
is there really even any pimps anymore?
I don't think they're all no.
I mean, there's sex traffickers, but I don't think there's like really pimps.
No.
Maybe. I mean, there's prostitutes, right?
Yeah. I don't know
So,
if they
all right,
do-
here's what
everybody's a fucking
that's what
entrepreneur
that's what
now.
I was thinking.
Well,
All
yeah,
right, so
yeah,
explain to
yeah.
me, like, okay, when does a prostitute need a pimp? Like,
Prostitutes came up, man. Now the internet come out, they're on their own
They
shit.
can promote their own shit.
Yeah.
on Backpage.
Pimp was just like,
Backpage.
I feel like protection, and also he was like your agent, essentially. Like, he must have been fucking facilitating
Lining up the
shit.
They're
dudes.
lining it up, man.
Because, like, Hustle and Flow, that was, like, what a pimp was, right?
Yeah.
That movie. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember how good he was in that movie? What's his name? That guy's Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Isn't that it? Dude,
He kind of looks like Sugar Free.
he kind of does in that
A little
movie.
bit.
But he acts way more gangster than Sugar Free. Dude, Sugar Free has nails. And he's talking about breaking a nail. I'm going to break a nail. Like, dude, bro, we're going to show you that
It's a
shit
lot
when
of
we get
shit.
done with this podcast, dude. But it's ridiculous. But, yeah, like, when do you don't need a pimp now, right?
No, man.
Like,
Girls-
a pimp would have to come in and just take the game over.
Even Instagram. Look at Instagram. What Instagram's done. It's like
Instagram's the
fucking
biggest pimp.
crazy.
Instagram's the biggest pimp out there,
Insane,
dude.
bro.
Ain't nobody gonna step to Instagram. Mark Zuckerberg, you the
Huh?
biggest pimp out here,
Huh?
son.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg's probably homies with Sugar Free, dude. Zuck. That's a weird son of a bitch.
He is weird.
Weird,
You see that picture
bro.
of him recently with like all the fucking sunscreen on his face?
I did not.
It's funny as hell.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
I did
That's
not.
wild, man. It's like,
Well, they own Instagram too. Facebook owns Instagram too.
yeah,
You know
I think
that?
He's a fucking alien, man.
You think he's an alien?
He acts like an alien who came down and just like studied a little bit of game tape on how to be a human, but he doesn't like.
Dude,
really
what
know
if
him.
the aliens sent him down here to do an experiment
And
on
Elon Musk.
humankind, bro? They're like, all right, we came up with something. There's like, we're gonna create this guy, or it's like, come here, Christian, we're gonna turn you into this guy, Mark Zuckerberg. This is what you're gonna look like. And they're like, and he's like, okay, I will go to Earth and
That's kinda how he
create
talks,
the
too.
process. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, all right, you're gonna introduce this, and they give him a little flash drive, and they're gonna say, this is Facebook. And they give it to Mark Zuckerberg, and he goes down to
Alien
Earth.
name.
Yeah, dude, alien name, bro. It's probably the name of the
Zuckerberg.
tribe, bro. The Zuckerberg tribe.
Zuckerberg.
But dude, they send him here with a little
Suck me
USB,
off,
and it's
baby.
got it's got Facebook on it, and they're like, we're gonna see how these humans do with social media, and we're just a big old experiment, bro. And then they're like, we're gonna make this dude, and his name's gonna be Donald Trump. We're gonna send him down, and we're gonna make him the president of the United States. Let's see how these people do it, dude.
It's a simulation, baby.
Bro. And now Joe Biden, he's like, can't even talk right.
This is crazy.
And the aliens sent him too, bro.
Motherfucker's so weird.
Dude,
So
the aliens
weird.
sent him. Dude, the aliens are like reptilian pedophiles, bro, and they sent Joe Biden. He's weird.
How are these the two choices?
How was
How?
last year the last election the two choices? I don't get it, dude. Are we that dumb?
Like how?
Are we
It
that
doesn't make
fucking
any
dumb?
fucking sense.
It sucks. We live in a crazy world right now.
Dude, we have to.
Insane,
We're
dude.
just. Dude, how dumb can America look? Could we look any dumber?
I doubt it.
Dude, we're
I
like
doubt
the
it. What's
worst.
that movie?
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Bro, that's
Yeah,
what
it's
it is.
on-
Do you remember that movie
Oh,
with
it's
Luke
Pretty
Wilson?
much coming
Yeah.
to fruition.
Dude, that was such a
almost
funny
there.
movie, dude.
We're
And they
almost there.
only drank soda because they thought water was bad.
We're
Remember
almost there.
that, dude?
Uh,
And they all ate junk food. Like,
Yeah.
remember the one guy, Dax Shepard?
well, Dax.
Dax Shepard sitting on the couch. He's like, oh, eating junk food every time Luke Wilson comes in. Dude, Idiocracy, bro. And on the case, it was like the smiley face on the movie case. Dude, you remember movie rental stores, bro?
Old
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster, dude. We didn't have Blockbuster, bro. Here's what we had. We had Video Whiz.
Oh,
And we
shit.
had Movie Gallery. But it was all the same spot. Like, they just changed the names. Like, new ownership.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember one movie place we had, there was a guy, and I'm not being mean, but he had one of them little arms. You know what I'm talking
No way,
about? With
yeah.
the little finger. He had one
Like
right
me,
normal
man.
size finger and then a couple of little fingers. I was a little kid. He freaked me the fuck out. Right?
Such a little judgmental ass.
Dude, it was the hand off a scary movie. It was the hand like that.
Some turkey.
Take the strong hand.
No, give me your other one.
It was that exact type of hand, bro, but the arm was little. I can't remember if that guy's arm was little, but his hand looked like that, and it just freaked me out. I was a big fat guy, and he was like Tales from the Crypt haircut, the guy, like, with nothing on top, and
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
stringy, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was rough. And then in there, they had the pornos covered with, like, you had to take the black thing off to see the cover of the movie, and they were back in the back room with, like, those sheets that people hang up that you have to walk
Yeah,
through.
man. See, we never had any of that shit because we had Blockbuster. I guess it was bad for the brand. They
So
didn't have
Blockbuster
any-
never had
no
pornography.
pornos in Blockbuster.
Damn, I didn't
Not
know.
ours.
I've never
have
been to a.
fucking
I
sniffed it out.
still have this day never been to a Blockbuster.
You're not missing out, man.
I think they don't exist
They
anymore.
don't. No, they went out of.
There is no
out of
movie
business.
rental
Netflix
place,
put 'em
bro.
out. You remember Netflix used to be movie rentals. They used to mail you.
And you had to mail it back
DVDs.
within a certain amount of
Yeah,
days,
you
or
would
you
mail
get
it
that
back.
late fee, bro.
Yeah.
But
It's
you
like
ain't
a
got it.
library- like a
Remember,
movie
Be
library.
Kind, Please Rewind, bro.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
bro, I had a rewinder that did it like 4 times faster
Oh,
than a
shit.
normal.
Just
Yes,
it's just a rewind.
it was just a black case, and you put the it would mess your VHSs up, dude. If you didn't watch that thing, it'd tear them up. Boy, it was faster than that damn Daytona.
Daytona, boy.
It was faster than that damn
2.2
Daytona.
turbo, baby. Don't sleep on
Boy, that rewinder had a 2.3 turbo on
Breaking
it.
necks, cashing checks, baby.
Dude,
shit
that's
used to
crazy.
fuck up, man. Compact discs. You would buy music and you get to listen to it like 3 good times, and then all of a sudden half the songs don't fucking.
We had to
work
lick
anymore.
it. You had to take it out and you had to lick it.
Yeah,
You had to
nah,
lick
I
it.
didn't do that shit.
And then you licked the window after that.
We had South Park on VHS, man. I remember that shit. Circuit City. Yeah, I love South Park.
Dude.
Shit ruined me.
Dude, the first time I saw South Park was on one of those illegal channels. Remember the illegal channels on your cable where you'd have
filter, or did y'all have the filters or no?
it would be like blurry, discolored, but you could
Illegal
kind of make.
channels?
Yeah, dude, it was like porn. It was like
What?
yeah, dude,
On
it was
cable?
like yeah,
No,
dude.
back in the day, they had these filters, and you either put it in or took it out to get like certain channels, and that was like your. There was no like unlocking some shit. Like it was like a filter, and that's how you got like the bad channels.
I
Y'all
remember
had that?
I tried to listen to this. I tried to watch a bad channel one time, and I remember I was on the couch, this shitty ass couch, watching a tube TV. It was in my parents' living room. I don't know what they were doing yard work or something. And I'm like trying to get to the bad channels. You have
Fucking
to
looking
type
over your
you
shoulder and you're
can't
fucking freaking
turn
out.
to the bad channels. You have to type it in. So like you had to know what channel the bad channel was.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
So it was
It would
like
just, like, skip
69
over
or
your
whatever,
clicking
like
next to it.
69.
Oh,
I hit
yeah, of
that,
course,
dude.
of course.
And I'm It wasn't 69. And I remember I was watching it, and it was
Should've
so
been.
blurry and discolored, but it was South Park.
And you were fucking rock hard.
It was, dude, it was South Park, bro. It was the movie, I'm pretty sure, which I also still have never seen. But it was South Park, the movie.
I saw that shit.
Okay, tell me if this was in there then, because you're about to change my whole life if it's not. But it was these two guys, and they were singing shit about Canada. And they're like, fuck your fucking face, Uncle Fucka.
It was-
You're
yeah,
a
dude, it was
beady-eyed
like a,
bastard, Uncle Fucka.
fucking musical.
Nobody fucks uncles
There's-
quite like you. Like, whatever. Dude, I remember
Cowboys
seeing
a
that
bitch,
when I was
big
like,
fat bitch,
yes.
big belt
And I was
bitch,
like
or
10
whatever.
or 11 years old. And I'm like, what are they talking about, dude?
Yeah.
And then Eminem came out after that.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
The real Slim
Eminem,
Shady.
dude, the real Slim Shady, please stand up. That shit came out, and my cousins, they were way worse than me. Shout out to my badass little cousins. Dude, they come to baseball practice.
Them little bad
Them little
bastards.
badass, in one ear, out the other little badass cousins. They come to baseball practice, bro, singing the real Slim Shady. And I'm like, what are y'all
Like,
talking
what
about? They're
is
like, you ain't.
that?
They're like. Bro, they leaned in and they said, you don't watch TRL?
Carson Daly.
And that video had just come out of the real Slim Shady. Bro, I had to see it. So I started watching TRL. And I'm like, trying to let my parents know I'm watching that
Yeah,
shit.
man.
I'm like flipping. You remember you had to flip your channel. You had to have the previous.
Yeah.
You had to have that bitch on deck, son. You had to have it on deck with
I
some.
promise this is Nickelodeon. Oh, you said somebody said the B word?
Bro, and little did they know the internet was about to come out.
Man.
Like after that. It's like, don't worry about this TV.
You got fucking LimeWire and all
Bro,
that
think about like what's gonna happen in the future, bro. This is our childhood we're talking about, guys. Do you realize that?
Yeah.
Our childhood was weird.
shit. Yeah.
It was
super
weird, bro. We had TV and then the internet
Our
came out.
childhood was hard. It's easy now. It's fucking easy.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you want to do. You're an adult.
You buy a fucking car and have it delivered to your house now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You can
But
buy
everything changed
Was it
so drastically.
simpler though? Like, wasn't it simpler? Like our childhood, wasn't it more simple? I mean, yes, it was harder to get shit done, but I don't know. Is it easier? I don't know. Or is it complicated?
I think it's like anything, man. There's some good and some bad to it, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, I'm trying to test drive my shit. You know what I'm saying? With the fucking bitch ass salesman in the passenger seat, so I can fuck with him. I love to fuck with a salesman, dude, because they're just fun to mess with.
They are.
How do
Just
you fuck
fun to
with a
mess with.
salesman?
I'm sure you love to do it. You're a mechanic. You know a lot more than what they know about cars, you know?
It is fun pretending not to know shit.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And you know what cars are probably worth most of the time, you know?
Yeah. I know the whole scams of how trade-ins work and the back end of your new car and all that shit, man, you know?
It's such a scam,
Financing
dude.
and all that stuff, yeah, it's fun.
Like my dad growing up, he would always sell his truck or car, sell it, like put a price on it, sell it to an individual, and then go
Yeah.
buy a new
Wow.
car.
Yeah.
But he was a car salesman, so he really knew how it
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
But he was a used car salesman. He didn't sell new cars,
Right.
and he worked for a guy that was like a real good Christian guy. So I think they both kind of had morals and values that probably most car salesmen probably didn't really have that much of.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes when you're a salesperson, you gotta push your morals and values to the side, and it sucks. It sucks,
I
but
would
it's.
think so, yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, I come to you, I want to buy a brand new Escalade, right? You look up my shit and run my credit, and you're like, I don't know if this dude can really afford this, but technically, I can sell it to him. And you're like, well, is this? You're not gonna have. You can't think too much about. Is this gonna put this guy in a bad situation?
Yeah, he's-
because that's
yeah,
your
right.
livelihood
Yeah.
you're talking about. It's kind of a catch-22 almost if you think about it.
It is.
I don't know. I've never thought about that before, but you kind of gotta.
I guess that's a lot of what was happening with like the housing shit. In,
Yes.
like, the early 2000s, where people were just kind of like fucking eating. 'Cause they
Banks were
just, like-
giving them shit.
Yeah, they were putting people in houses like, yeah, this motherfucker's gonna get foreclosed on, but whatever, let's give him 4
Yeah, it
houses.
doesn't hurt us. How's it
Yeah.
hurt us? Fuck him. Who cares?
I was
Yeah.
one of them.
Really?
Swear to God, yeah. In 2008, I lost my job, yeah, when everything hit, yeah.
So what happened in 2008? Because I was 18, bro. I was a child.
2008 is just when, same thing as...
Gas was like $5 a gallon,
Yeah,
I
right?
remember that.
Yeah, it's kind of
Wasn't
like...
that
remember that
2008?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like what's happening right now where gold skyrocketed.
Right.
Precious metals skyrocketed. The dollar is devaluing, and everything is going crazy. When that happens, it's like all the stocks and stuff just plummet. When everything goes up, it has to come back down. And basically that's what happened in 2008. A huge recession came and shit hit the fan, and so everyone gets laid off at that point. Whether you have a good job, you're high up, etc. But as a mechanic, I did that. I had a house in Castle Hayne, man, and it's funny because when I went to Cali, my homie Deem, his mom worked for Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo was one of the big lawsuits where they were just giving people's houses regardless if they could afford it or not. And that was one of the huge companies. And if you look that up, they're still one of like the biggest sued people because of that.
I believe that.
And she was my loan officer, and she quit. She's like, man, there was so much heat on us at like Wells Fargo. And she legit admitted like you were one of the ones who had good credit, you had decent income, and you were probably one that shouldn't have gotten what you had. It's like it's crazy hearing that, because I did, honest to God, like before Cali, I let my house go, and I was like, fuck it, like I lost my job working on cars, and I kind of had like a downward spiral in life with an ex and stuff, and I just hit rock bottom. I lost it all, and I was like, fuck, man, and that's one of the reasons. Another reason why I did go to Cali is just to get away, kind of hit reset. I had the stuff going on with my niece, and like, man, that stuff was unstable, and that's kind of weird, like a real close, relative, like, that could pass away because of her seizures and stuff.
Yeah.
She was born premature, so man, we had that was a lot of stuff.
How old was she when that was going on?
My niece.
Yeah, like
man,
real young. Or?
Yeah, man, that was out the gate. So she was born premature, which is like, like we would go to Walmart and take off baby doll clothes for her to wear. That's how big she was.
Holy
shit, I have a picture
dude.
of me holding her in my hand. That's how big she was.
Oh my god.
And so like now she's good. Like mentally she's not good. She's like she's like 18 or 19, but she has the mindset of like a 10-year-old. Her brain will never develop, you know what I mean? Huh. Yeah, and that's just like it's just one of the side effects of being born premature.
Oh
like,
shit.
You don't develop, everything doesn't develop.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole housing deal in like 2008, that was crazy. I know. I mean, if you ever look, like, you might not even been involved or like paid attention, but a lot of people, bigwigs in California, like you'd hear people like jumping off balconies, killing themselves, taking their family, like huge people up in high companies because they're losing their jobs, And it's like that's life. That's life, It really happened. I think we're gonna. Honestly, God, I think that where we're at in life right now, like we could turn down that alley again. History repeats itself.
Yeah.
2008. It's not the first time the world's seen a recession or seen problems. But history definitely repeats itself, and I think we're probably at this second trending towards that path just because of what's going on in the world. So much unstableness. And then the one thing to look at is like gold. How gold goes through the roof. Like that's just a telltale sign. Before collapse.
That's so weird, because when the value of the dollar decreases, the value of gold increases.
Yeah, the reason why that is because gold is backed. The dollar isn't backed. The dollar is nothing more than a
piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper.
It has as much value as we give it.
It's worth what a man's willing to put on it.
So why is gold not worth as much value as we give it?
Gold is worth the most. It's the most.
Yeah, but why? Why?
The highest precious metal because of its, because of what it is, its content. It's gold. It's, man, it's a precious metal.
Yeah.
It's been that way for so long.
I know. I wonder why that is, because we went out to California to damn pan for gold, and gold, back in the day, people were getting killed by Comanche Indians out there trying to get gold.
Yeah.
What the fuck were they using gold for back then? What do they use gold for?
It's pretty, man.
I think gold has a lot of. It can be used for so many different things of making stuff.
I don't know if it's like super practical though. I think it's more of like a
luxury item.
Monkey, and us just like likes the fucking shiny thing, and we put so much fucking value into gold. That's weird.
Yep.
It is weird. But that's right though. That the dollar, we're in so much debt, and the Federal Reserve is just that. I think that's why Kennedy got killed, because he was trying to abolish the CIA and get rid of the Federal Reserve, and the United States of America ain't having that shit. Yeah. CIA definitely ain't having that shit. But that shit is crazy, like how our dollar literally is Like, and the proof behind that is that my granddad used to haul brick for like $5 a day. And he said hauling brick was the hardest job he ever had, and he made $5 a day, and gas was like 18 cents a gallon.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, dude, the dollar is worth how much we make it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if it has to do with us, the debt, like the national debt has anything to do with the value of the dollar. It seems like the higher that gets, shit like fluctuates.
Yeah.
But then inflation, like how much shit costs,
Yeah.
that has to do with like because of Coke used to be a nickel. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
now it's $1 and change.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just weird how the world works, ain't it? It's
It
weird
is.
how the United
Everything-
States works.
Yeah. Everything goes up but our pay, you know? Like, in all reality, you know? Like,
Yeah, how's our
man's-
yeah.
Like, our pay is the only thing that never really goes up, you know? Dollar fluctuates, all the products and materials that we have go up, you know? But it's like that because we make it, we control it, the human, you know? If we are all to back out of shit, like quit buying sodas, quit buying chips, etc., like all that shit's just gonna go down. Because same with the car, fucking Tacoma worth like $40,000. Like the only reason it was worth it is because he was willing to pay for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if Chris and everybody else said, "Fuck your Tacomas, fuck your Toyotas, we're not buying that,"
I'll ride a fucking bike.
and then it's got to drop. What are they going to do? They have to drop it to sell it. It's just what it is. But when people have that money, they're making money.
Supply and
It's just blah,
demand.
blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Same with houses right now. The housing market is
High.
crazy.
How is it so high? In a recession.
Insane.
In a recession.
Yeah.
That's insane. I was looking at it today. Like, I bought this house for $150,000, which I thought was extremely expensive because I'm from Sanford, bro. This house goes for like 85.
Right.
And I bought this house, and now the house, even if I would have done nothing to it, it's probably worth at least $200,000. Because there's one right up the street that looks just like it, same amount of square foot, same bedroom. It's like $225,000. That's $250,000
Yeah.
Yeah.
for a house like this, bro. Come on,
Yeah.
that ain't worth. It ain't worth that much money.
Inflation.
It's crazy,
Inflation.
dude. So it has to crash.
And that's what happens during a recession when everything crashes, you know? Everything, as soon as the money stops coming in, people stop spending it, and everything just, that's what happened in 2008, you know? Everybody lost their jobs. They couldn't
They
afford
stopped
anything.
spending money.
Stop spending money, and then
Right.
everything goes down, you know?
You remember when gas was $5 a gallon almost?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it pouring some change, and now I remember back in the day, it used to be like 99 cents, though.
I remember when it was about a dollar and a little, like, some change.
Yeah.
You going to bed? I love you. What'd you say?
I'm gonna watch my iPad for 1 minute.
You're gonna watch your iPad for 1 minute?
Yeah.
1
Okay.
minute, that's it.
Only 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, I love
60
you.
seconds.
Love you.
Night night. Hold on, say that again in the microphone.
I'm gonna catch a big flounder.
You're gonna catch a big old
Wow,
flounder
that's
Sunday?
right, baby.
Yeah, boy. First day of flounder season. I'm raising him right,
Heck
boy.
yeah, that's the way you do it,
I
man.
honestly don't even. He don't listen that great, but I don't even like going on the boat without him anymore, bro. Because it's just like, I don't know. It just fucking means so much,
Feels like a norm, doesn't it? Like,
bro. It means so much when he's on the boat, dude. I'm just like, damn, this is cool. I wish my dad would have. I mean, my dad took me out and did stuff with me, but
Yeah.
I was just like, man, this is like, he's 3, ain't gonna remember a whole lot, but it's still like.
That's where they learn, though, man.
What if
It's-
something happens to me, bro? Like, I always try to think about shit like this, and you might think this is crazy, but like, what if something happens to me, bro? Like, who's the last person I spent my time with? Or like, what's the last thing I said to you? Like, I care about you if I talk to you.
Yeah.
So like, what's the last thing? I don't know, man. It just makes me think, like, what if something happens to me and like, I would want him to be the last person that I took on my boat. Or, I mean, hopefully
Yeah.
nothing happens to me,
Right.
but I just feel like that's the mentality I try to keep because I fuck up so much and make so many mistakes, and it's like I have to at some point realize like what's important to me.
Yeah.
Like, is it important to me to just keep these fake bullshit relationships with people, or is it important to me to put energy and time into people who matter to me? You know,
Yeah.
it's like shit in high school. Like, that shit don't matter no more.
Yeah.
You know, nobody give a fuck what shoes you wore on the first day. Nobody can remember that. But like now, as an adult, you start realizing like what means something to you.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting old. You know, I'm fucking 30, bro. Like, I'm 30, dude. Like, might not live that long. Might live to be 60. Might live to be 80. I don't know. But, like, at some point, life starts to fucking suck. Like, you can't do anything anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, I just want to, like, do as much shit as I can. And, like, if I got to go to bed at 9 o'clock on a Friday to get up at 4:30 in the morning, that's what I'm.
You love and that's what you got to do.
That's what I'm gonna fucking do.
do.
Yeah, we talked about that the other day when we were when you were putting that Freon in my truck. Have you been fishing since then?
I have not, but I did get to go on a boat day 2 Saturdays ago.
Nice.
Because when I built that shop, I worked straight, dude. Straight.
Have you seen his shop yet?
The new one? No, I haven't.
It's sweet.
It's cool.
Very sweet.
I worked on that bitch a month straight with no time off, and I'm talking about, like, man, if I was lucky, I got 6 hours of sleep a night. You know, like, swear to God, like, it's just crazy.
Fucking Elon Musk over here, boy.
Sometimes I got 3 hours of sleep. I was just trying to build this shop out. The problem was I knew how much money I had in my bank account. I knew I wasn't working, and I was trying to build the shop out to get it ready to go.
Right.
You know, and so
It looks great, dude.
it's funny. It's not funny, but a true story. So it takes money to make money, right? I put $13,000 into the shop. That's how much it costs for outfitting and everything. And I had right at $14,000 in my bank account.
Damn.
I was so broke after I finished doing that shop. Swear to God, I didn't have enough money to go to buy parts for customers' cars. So my homies at the parts store right down the street, I had to say, "Hey man, I got 4 jobs lined up. Can I get this on a credit? Like, I got you tomorrow." That's how broke I was. Straight up,
Damn.
yeah.
And really, that's how most people operate: is
That's
get
how-
shit on the credit.
I had no money.
That's
dude.
how most business owners operate until they get like,
Yeah.
you know.
I put it all in, man. And it's just trusting the process, you know. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I wouldn't have done it anyway. Like, no, it's just been rolling, you know. Like,
That's great.
yeah, thankful and blessed.
Hell yeah,
It's
dude.
been rolling, bro. It's been great, you know. But yeah, I put all in, man. I had nothing. I had no money to buy some brake parts. Like, I had like one of my first jobs was like complete brake job, front and rear, and I didn't have enough money to buy brake parts.
Damn, son.
But that's just part of life, man. You know, all in.
Best thing we can
hustle.
invest in is ourselves, and you boys are a prime example of
Yeah,
that.
man. Hey,
I mean,
dude.
you decided to go to school to cut hair. Like, that's what
Hell
you
yeah.
wanted to do, and you did it.
Yes, sir.
You fucking put the time in. Now you work at a damn shop. You know.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
It's
it just
cool.
goes to show you, like, if you want to do something, you can do it.
Do it yourself, man.
You
I'm telling
can do it.
Don't
Yeah,
count on
dude.
nobody.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Something fucking stuck with me. Not to fucking be on a podcast talking about another podcast, but one of the
Yeah,
like,
please do. We don't give a fuck.
craziest like perspective shifting ideas was like this last time that Kevin Hart went on Joe Rogan. I don't know if you listened to it.
Oh,
but
it
he
was
like,
awesome.
talking about like the game aspect of life and how like life is really similar to a video game. I've actually heard you say like pretty similar shit in regards to like
But it just
straightening up
sucked
your
more.
path. Yeah. Yeah, it sucked way fucking
But you're
worse.
not Kevin
Kevin
Hart.
Hart's way cooler. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's definitely like you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's like, I don't know, something about just thinking of it as like a game. Like there's this game-like aspect to life. You can sort of just like game the fucking system, and you can like build it to be what the fuck you want it to be. Like whatever.
You're
you want.
your own worst fucking enemy. You're the only person who could have kept you from going to school to cut hair.
Right.
Like, you could have talked yourself out of it. You could have
Yeah,
been like,
yeah.
it's a stupid idea. I'm never gonna be good at that.
Yeah,
or
what am I gonna fucking
work at a
50
barber
hours
shop?
a week and then go to fucking school every day for fucking a year?
You
and
did
half?
that
It
for a
was
long
suck.
time, bro.
Yeah.
You worked and went
I
to
did
school
fucking-
all the time. Like, every time I called you, you were like, "Hey, man, I'm
Always
going
did.
to school."
I was
Yes.
not available to do shit.
Yeah, but you
Year and a half.
sacrificed
Yeah,
your
that's-
time.
Yep.
So worth it, man. I'm way happier now than I was before I did it.
Yeah, you sacrificed your time and you invested in yourself. Like, you took all your money and you were like, I'm worth something, so me investing this money, I'm going to make more money back. I mean, you believed in yourself to a certain extent.
Right.
You know, I just think that a lot of people struggle with that. Like, a lot of people struggle with
Just doing it.
or talking yourself out of something too easily. Like,
Yeah.
just talking yourself out, like, oh, I'm going to do this kettlebell today. Nope, I got other I'd rather
Yeah.
eat this bag of chips or whatever.
Right.
You know, it's just so easy to talk yourself out of doing something that's difficult or that could be considered difficult. Like what you guys are talking about is difficult. Like the starting your own business, fixing your own shop. You know, learn how to cut hair. When did you ever have experience with that? You might have cut one of your buddies' hair every once in a while, but it's like how did you know? Like, there's a million things that could have stopped you. You know, you could have made up a million reasons not to do that. And I think a lot of people struggle with that shit. Like, oh, I got $13,000. Well, I'm not going to spend 12 to fucking, what am I going to do? How am I going to eat? You know, you could have talked yourself out of it a million different ways. Like, that's why I wanted to have both of y'all on the podcast at the same time, because, like, I didn't know that about you. But, like, I knew that you had sacrificed a lot of your time, and, like, all your friends are doing shit. You want to come watch a fight or whatever, or go on the boat fishing, or just little shit I would ask you to do. Like, you got to take care of your shit. Like, this is what I'm going to do. Even though I want to go eat a Snickers, I'm going to run a mile or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the same type
Whatever
of
little sacrifices and little, like, discomforts you have to subject yourself to.
But you had to do that.
Come back tenfold.
You had to sacrifice to get where you are. Same with you. Like, I don't know, dude. I admire about both of you guys. That's why. And I knew y'all kind of knew each other, so I thought that'd be cool to have a podcast with both of you guys.
Yeah,
but like, being a business owner is like, it's a lot of responsibility.
It's a ton. It's only you. You know, like.
Ain't no way to point fingers.
I was walking up on the phone, and as a customer, you know, it's like it never stops. You know, I mean, I get calls at 11 o'clock at night, text people, always working, always grinding. But the alternative to that is, do I want to work weekends? Fuck no, I don't want to work weekends. I don't want to work for nobody else. I hate authority. You know, there's so much more to it, man. If I want to take off tomorrow, I'll take off tomorrow. It's one of, like, to have that freedom. You want to go fishing at 5 a.m. tomorrow? Yes, you can do that. You know, it's one of those things. You have that freedom in life. Life is short. Paul Walker didn't pick the day he passed away in a car. He didn't. He didn't know it was going to be his last ride. The thing about life is it's short. And the problem I think that we most have in life is what another motherfucker thinks about us. And the reason we aren't successful is because we're worried about what the guy in the corner is going to think about us. Fuck the guy in the corner. Fuck that guy.
Like, what if I fail? What's he going to think?
5 years from now, you might not even see this guy. He might not even be around. So
he'll probably still be sitting in that corner.
He might be. Never let another person alter what you have going on in your life because of what someone thinks, man. That's the biggest, like, Instagram. I fucking hate Instagram because of that. You think you're supposed to be somewhere this guy's got, you know, is whatever, like, Yeezy posts on there $700 or whatever. It's like, man, fuck you and your shoes. Like,
they're fake. I got some $80.
Shit don't mean shit to me, man. Like,
I got some fake ones. You don't know the difference.
Like, we're subjective to what other people think, and a lot of success comes from within. And just like Christian could move, where you want to move, Asheville?
Yeah, I might go to Asheville.
So he could move to Asheville, start his own shop, you know?
Yeah.
But if someone says, man, I don't think you should do that, blah, 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 like, nah, man, if that's what you want to do, go do that, man. Go pursue that. You know? Like,
for
go
sure.
open up your own shop. Go throw some different stylage in that fucking community and switch it up, you know? Don't let somebody else say, man, you shouldn't do that, do this. Like, I'm glad, like, I've had a ton of bad decisions in my life. But from bad decisions and failures, you learn.
Best teacher, bro. Failure's the best teacher.
That's your concrete, man. That's your stone, man. Like I fucked up. I have fucked up numerous times. But, man, I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have mom and daddy hand me shit. Still don't. It's one of those things, like, man, the greatest teacher in life is failure.
Yes.
And the worst thing in life is what else another motherfucker thinks.
Yep.
It's terrible. Instagram is the worst from that. Social media is the worst from that, man.
That's what I was telling you the other day. Like, when I stop, I literally post shit, get off. I don't fucking read comments. I don't fucking look at likes. I probably shouldn't even post on it, but me posting and getting off of it really doesn't affect me. It actually kind of helps me because it's like, it's actually, I said this last time we had a podcast and I talked to you about it, but it's made me care less in real life what people think. Like, I didn't realize that the goddamn cell phone was making me care about what people thought. And, like, I was so addicted to the red thing when it pops up to just click on it. Like, with a text. You know how the text.
Oh, yeah.
But when the notification comes up, just to click on it, click on it. I gotta see it. And it, like, dude, 99% of the time, nothing.
It's bullshit.
Pretty much 100% of the time, it's nothing.
Waste of time.
Like, people who you care about are gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
They're gonna call you. They're gonna text you. They're going to see you in person. They're going to check on you. And it's a lot less people than you think.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's a lot. It ain't your 1,100 followers on Instagram who
Yeah,
give a
Your
shit.
true circle is small, bro.
Yeah, like who's gonna come to your funeral, bro? And even a portion of them really ain't even coming for you. They're coming to just be like, oh yeah, I cared about this guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's just life is weird, dude. But yeah, the Instagram shit, I kind of hate it too.
It's fake
Dude,
world,
Facebook
man.
is so lame though. Like, there's really nothing on there. It's just shit to piss you off.
It's just
It's shit to piss you off, dude.
a lot of political shit right now, back and forth, and like, man.
One thing I noticed is I don't know anything going on though. Like when people say, like when y'all are talking about Mark Zuckerberg with the whatever, or the sunscreen on his face, haven't seen it.
Yeah.
When somebody
Just
said
like
George
the internet
Floyd, I didn't know who he was because I don't watch the damn news, bro. I watch like documentaries and sports.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch the news. When somebody said George Floyd, it was a week and a half after it happened. I had no idea who that was. And they came to work talking about it. And they were like, yeah, there was riots in Wilmington downtown. And I'm like, for what? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, what are they rioting about? And they told me. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I don't know anything. Like, I don't know if I should watch the news, but I don't want to.
Right.
I'd rather not. I mean, I feel like if it gets to me from you, then I probably should know. I probably should care.
Right.
Like if you're my friend, you come to me and say something about something that's going on, maybe it's worth me. It's already been through the filter of 100,000 people, and it's got to you, and then it's got to me. Does that make sense?
It does
Yeah.
make sense. Yeah.
It's just a huge waste of time, bro.
So
for
much
sure.
time.
I
man.
think that the phones and the social media is gonna, like, you know how shit blew up, like we were just talking about when we were kids, and there was VHS, then there was cell phones, then there was internet, then there was whatever, however,
Everything
whatever.
changed
Dude,
so
it's gonna like stop because so many people are like this, and they're not like thinking about shit to make or invent or innovate, and they're just worried about what everybody else thinks all the time, or like comparing themselves to somebody on Instagram riding around in a fucking Bentley or whatever. What I mean, that's a stupid example, but you get what I'm
Oh,
saying.
absolutely.
It's just a huge waste of time. It's like, how much time do you think the Wright brothers or whoever wasted? Probably not a lot.
Not a lot.
They made an airplane, bro.
They're out there getting it done, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Probably not a whole lot of wasted time there with their thumb in their butts. You know? I mean, it just makes me think. Like, I think we're gonna stop. I
Yeah.
think the innovation and everything. Like, maybe I'm probably wrong, dude, but I feel like technology in and of itself has been at a standstill for a while. It's the iPhone 10. It looks the same as the whatever. It does pretty much the same shit.
Yeah.
Samsung does pretty much the same shit. I don't know. Laptops look the same. I mean,
I don't know, man. It's
shit
fucking
really
crazy.
it boomed there for
But
a
yeah,
little
you're
bit.
right, man. It's like the stronger and like more advanced the technology becomes, the less advanced
The weaker we
people
get,
become.
bro. We get weaker.
Yeah, we're soft.
Soft.
Soft as fuck.
Soft, dude. Yes, dude. We're
I
so
couldn't kill a
soft.
fucking animal with my bare hands. Most of them.
Yeah, probably not. We're not as soft as 99% of the population out there is, though. I mean,
We're still fucking soft.
we're
as shit.
still soft, but there's way softer individuals out there. I was just talking to this old guy today. I was at this dude's house fixing his sofa, and he was probably like 60-year-old black man, right? And he's so cool. I've seen him before, and I always talk to him. So great to talk to. And I was in there, and he was telling me, he was talking about kids and the problems with kids. And I started talking to him about, like, how I tell my son that he has to clean up after himself. And, like, when he takes something out, like, let's learn some personal responsibility here. Like, I'm not running a military camp over here, but I'm also not running a goddamn playhouse. So, like, let's figure out when we're going to play, and we're going to play after we do what needs to be done first.
Structure.
But it's good to play. Like, it's also
you gotta
good to
have the
play.
balance.
You got to have play. But, like, I just want it to be, like, learn some personal responsibility, because I did not have much. Like, I didn't take responsibility for much of what I did. I always blamed other people. Pointing the finger. It was him all the time. Just trying to blame somebody else. And, like, the most respectful thing you can do is say, hey, I fucked up. Like, I have no excuse. Will you please forgive me? Like that, as a man, bro, you come to me and you say that, most of anything I'm going to forgive you for.
Yeah.
And if you text
But
me
there's
about it,
still
fuck
such a-
you, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me, come talk to me, you know? Like, that we've lost so much of the That's why I love
That's
this
out the window.
podcast.
That's
I
out
love
the
this
window.
podcast because I get you to sit down. I get to listen to you. You get to listen to me. We're not texting. Like, I love texting you boys. Don't get me wrong, okay?
Boys.
But, like, I like to sit
different,
down.
man.
It's
Yeah,
different,
it's
bro.
weird.
It's not the same. And the value of face-to-face interaction, there's no value. I mean, I feel like there's more value to it than ever.
But
But
it's
like-
valueless. Like, it's,
Yes.
you can't put a price tag on it.
Yes, yeah, and it's like we've forgotten the value of it. Like, we've totally forgotten it. You know, it's just so cool to like sit down and like talk and like not be like this every fucking 3 seconds. You know?
Yeah, man.
Take it, that whole responsibility thing, that's out the window too, and that's another reason why it's just what people think, like, oh, I can't own up to this, they're going to think of me, you know what I mean, a certain way, or blah, blah, blah. It's like, man, it sucks. It sucks that we've come to this world where you care so much about what people think. It's like, everything went out the window. You know, like, so much disrespect to yourself, others, etc. It's like you don't take up for your actions. You blame everything on everybody else. It's like, because I made a mistake and so and so is gonna, you know, think I'm blah 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 XXX. It's like, man, it's terrible. I don't know what path we crossed to get here, but it sucks.
Yeah.
And we're like the same with kids. Like, I don't know your story you're going with the kid. The kids these days are weak as fuck, man.
Weak.
I want to beat so many people's asses. It's crazy. I'm a lion. I'm a lion, a shark. I'm a gorilla. I grew up in a fucking abusive place. It sucks. It's not good for anybody. I hope no one ever takes the path that I had to take. It's not good. But I am. I'm that person. You know what I mean? And I see these people, and I get so pissed off. Like, there's so many bitches out there just whine and just complain. They don't take up for themselves. It's like they blame everything on everybody else. It's crazy. They have no skills, man.
No skills.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't bring
Life
anything
skills,
to the
bro.
table. Like, it's a waste of good air. Like, man, I want to off so many people. Just
Like, good
suck.
luck finding somebody to work with you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Crazy.
Good
It's-
fucking luck.
Good help's hard to find. There's no dedication. Like, man, and the reason is just because of the parents. The parents are the problem. I mean, these kids wouldn't. All these kids these days need a fucking.
Yeah,
ass
but your parents, they weren't great. And you show up to work every day and you own your own business and you have values and things that you live by.
Yeah.
So how is it the parents?
The parents, because of that whole the just what you said, the discipline.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
have
it
to have
can be the
discipline.
parents, but I'm saying you didn't really have anybody to force you to do anything, right?
Well, as bad as I did have it, I did have good teachers growing up, and that's the reason I think that I didn't end up in
You think
prison.
the teachers are shitty now?
Teachers are.
Shittier than they've ever been?
I'd hate to say that the teachers are shitty. I think they're dealt a terrible hand. They're not compensated correctly. They're
Definitely
dealing
not.
with parental problems. My ex was a teacher. She did special ed, and that's a crazy fucking world in itself. The parents are definitely to blame,
Yeah.
100%. I mean, you got kids in there with their jewels and shit, and all that stuff stimulates from the house. You know, all that's coming from that's their culture, their roots. You know, but parents are lazy. They're sorry. Like, it's insane. Like there's so many adults that are just pieces of shit out there. It's insane. It really is.
Yeah.
But as hard as I grew up, as like having like being in a bad environment, I did have like my grandma. She was a great person, and she taught me some things that I needed to be taught.
Right.
I had a really good guy. His name was Cliff Robertson. He had his head on his shoulders, and he took me in. You know what I mean? And he showed me some ropes and stuff. So my uncle, he was a decent guy, and so I did have some like good path through that negative path. You know, like more of like violence and craziness and some like good leadway. You know what I mean? And that mixture definitely helped create who I am. But absolutely, when it comes down to it, like a bad child, that's like a shitty dog. You ever been to someone's house and they got a shitty dog?
Bro,
Whether
get your goddamn dog out my face,
The only
bro.
reason it's a bad dog is because the fucking parent doesn't know any different.
Bro.
It's what it's taught.
You raised this dog fucked up. Now get it out my
The
face.
kids are the same fucking way. Like the kids are prodigy of you. If you're a bad parent, you're a shitty person, you're gonna have a shitty kid.
Yeah,
You
guaranteed.
beat the fuck out of that kid. He needs an ass whip.
Guaranteed.
All right, you need to crack his ass in the head one time. Hit him in the throat. Make him choke.
Major pain. Hire a hitman to
Fuck,
whoop his
man.
ass.
There ought to be a fucking. There should be some sort of a license that you get before you're allowed to reproduce.
Yes,
Dude,
bro.
Honest to God.
Yes.
Seriously, that's a nail on the head. Our problem with is any dumb
Fucking
motherfuckers.
tie off every young boy.
Serious. Yeah.
No more circumcision. No more cutting the foreskin. You fucking tie up his nutsack.
Yeah, coming out of the womb.
Vasectomy.
Once he
Yeah.
passes
Isn't
the
it called a
reproduction
vasectomy?
Yeah.
Vasectomy. You get a
Vasectomy's
vasectomy
at birth.
dude,
Yeah.
at birth,
Once
bro.
you pass your fucking
Yes.
reproductive
That sounds
certification,
kind of Hitler-esque,
reverse,
bro.
Reverse.
It sounds like something
But
Hitler
it's-
might have done.
It's true. You know how many fucked up kids are going to come out of quarantine? These dumbasses. Jesus Christ. The next generation.
Oh, yeah, these
oh
fucking parents
my
are teaching
fucking
now.
God. Put your mark on like 15 years from now. Oh my
Bro, catch me at the crib, son.
God. Jesus Christ.
Catch me at the crib paying Publix to bring me my groceries, bitch. I ain't going out in
Damn.
public, son.
Oh man.
You know what's crazy is all the people going out to get guns.
It's a
Like
lot.
just
Dude, guns,
mad people trying to get guns.
Guns right now are one of the high. My homie sells guns. Brandon Tejan, Triple T. Shout out Triple T Guns.
Shout out.
Y'all-
Clickety
y'all
clack,
need-
bitch.
Y'all need some guns, man. He's a cool ass dude.
Triple T.
Triple T, yeah.
Where's that?
He sells.
Is he in town?
Yeah, he's in town, Bayshore. He sells out of his house. Cool ass dude will get you whatever, but he usually sells like high end stuff, like good shit. You know,
Yeah.
Fucking bazooka.
cool guy though, man.
I need a weapon of mass destruction.
But gun sales are through the roof. Man.
Yeah.
They really are. It's crazy how many guns are out there.
There is a fucking like a worldwide anxiety right now.
Bro, you know what I heard the other day, and it was fantastic.
What?
God created people. Samuel Colt made them equal.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that is bad.
Right.
And a well-armed society is a polite society. I believe in guns.
Me too.
I mean, I believe that you should have guns if you're mentally, like, not
Stable.
unstable.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're mentally unstable, probably not a good idea. I mean, we don't want you to shoot yourself,
Yeah,
and we
right.
definitely don't want you to shoot somebody else.
I'd rather somebody shoot themselves than someone else than they shoot.
Well, definitely, but we just definitely don't. We'd rather you get help than shoot yourself. You know, most mentally.
Would we?
Just kill yourself.
It's people these days.
Dude, I
Jesus
worry
Christ.
about that one guy, dude. When you ride down, I know y'all have seen this dude. You ride down Kerr, and he's got like 4 shopping carts full of shit,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
super black as your shirt.
Yeah.
I see him.
2
on Market
shades from
Street.
purple, bro.
See him
He's
every morning.
bro.
Is Kerr like towards Market?
He's usually
Kerr
up
and
by this
Market.
Walgreens. Yeah, Kerr and
right?
Market.
I
Yeah,
see him.
yeah. Yep.
He disappeared for a while. I'm like,
I was worried about him during the hurricane. Is that weird?
no, I thought about the same thing.
Did you?
I swear
I
to
was
God.
wondering if his shopping carts
Yeah.
are full of shit we're gonna get fucking strewn about town, bro. I almost was
Yeah.
like wanting to go tell him he could sleep in my garage or something.
'Cause he-
Is that weird?
He
That's
posts
weird.
up near that Bojangles right
Yes,
in front of
right
it,
there.
and-
And he goes by the Planet Fitness right there. But he's always talking to himself. He looks super dirty.
Yeah.
Like he's always cut. Like when I ride by in the morning, he's laying on a pile of shit. Like not shit.
He's got a lot of stuff.
He's got a lot of stuff, and he's laying on it with a blanket over him, and he's looking at cars go past. I'm just like, damn, I feel bad for this guy. But he's like, got to have some super mental issue. Has to, right?
Right.
I mean, has to.
I'd love to hear his story.
Bro, I just worry, like, and then I'm scared to like say anything to him or like ask him, does he need? I want to ask him, does he need something?
Yeah.
But then I'm scared to ask him because I don't know what we're dealing with here.
That advance
Just
across
gonna
from
snap out.
Bojangles where he camps out, that's like the commercial store. So I go there a lot. And right after the hurricane, I had to go there. And I was looking around, I'm like, I wonder where these guys
See,
go
that's
during the
crazy.
hurricane. I swear, I was looking around like, does their shit get thrown out? Do they,
I was thinking the
you
same
know, what
thing.
do they do with it?
I was sitting here when my power was off, and I was like, I wonder what's up with that guy. That's fucking weird.
His shit, man. When I was working at Eddie's down there, he must have got locked up, bro. Because his shit stayed out in front of Bojangles, and he was never around. And I felt bad. I almost felt like I should go get his stuff and kind of like, because you see him every day. If you
Every day.
pay attention, you would see him.
I see him every
He
day.
moves. He has his stuff, but he was gone, and his stuff stayed in the same spot. Now he's not there. He's not around.
Bro, he
Something
probably
happened.
wants to get locked up.
Maybe
Be in a jail, have food,
might not. You never know. I don't know.
might be gay, might like dudes.
like it.
Might like dudes around him all the
A
time.
lot
Right.
of bro time.
A lot of broskies.
Lot of bro time,
Beans and
dude.
Franks. Franks
Beans and
beans.
Franks, bro. Fucking
Beanbags.
jar of pickles. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm worried about that guy. I wonder what's wrong with him, man. It just makes me feel bad for people, man. It makes me feel fortunate, but also bad that I got dealt a good hand. Like I can think and figure shit out, and I just feel like that guy's probably not even capable of that. Isn't that just weird? Isn't it weird that we were born in America and not Zimbabwe or fucking Ethiopia? Isn't that weird? Like, what happened? Like, I think about that's fucking odd, dude. But I think about, like, what makes me who I am? Like, is it my brain? Is it a spirit? How am I born in America? Like, you know, it's just weird. It's just like,
no,
how did I
weird.
get dealt such a good hand? Like, I'm thankful. You know what I mean? Like, both of my kids came out fine. Like, they don't have birth defects. Shit makes you thankful, and you're like, why?
Yeah.
And then it, like, you think, or I think, like, there has to be a God. Like, there has to be a higher power. Like, how is there not? And then it's like, is there? I'm like, or is this all just, like, what is it? You know, I think about that. I think about just how weird it is that we're sitting at this table right now and not, like, if you watch, like, documentaries about blood diamonds or, like, how they mine the fucking the metals for cell phones and shit. Like, these kids dig into sides of mountains and they have a hammer and a chisel and they go down there and they fucking kill each other over pieces of rock that they sell for food because they're starving to death.
Right.
And it's just like, holy shit, how did we get here?
Super coincidental.
Yeah, super.
Like
either that or it's
how
like
did-
super higher power fucking, you know, I don't know.
Right, but that's also kind of shitty to think about because it's like, is the higher power like saying like, oh no, these people get to go fucking kill themselves,
or this
kill each other
child
and-
gets to die of cancer.
It's crazy.
Or this child's gonna have a 10-year-old
It's
mentality
weird.
and be 18, you know, or this kid's gonna get born premature, or
Right.
this kid's gonna die in the womb. It's so weird to think about, bro. I know it's like nobody really knows the answers,
Oh yeah, you can go deep.
but it's just odd. Like, we have all our fingers. We can think for ourselves. You guys are like in successful businesses. Like, I'm happy when I get up in the morning. I don't hate my life. I don't have to fight for my life every day. Like somebody was talking about earlier, they didn't eat cheese. And I was thinking, bitch, what would you do if we were fucking out west fighting Comanche Indians? You'd eat fucking squirrel with cheese on it if I brought it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Probably so.
It's just like shit like that. I'm like, we're so privileged, bro.
Yeah,
We
you got it so good that you can choose that some of
You
the
don't
food
like
is not good
cheese.
enough for you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you're lactose intolerant. The fuck out of here.
What's that?
dude.
Yeah, what's that one thing with bread? What's this shit?
Gluten
called?
free.
Oh, fuck,
Get the
Jesus
fuck
Christ! Hit
outta
this guy in
here.
the throat.
Celiac.
Hit this motherfucker in the throat one time. Jesus Christ! I got your fix, dude. Come to Mikey's world, bro. I'm gonna whip the fuck out of you. Your gluten's gonna disappear so damn
Hey, if
fast.
my kids ever start acting up, I'm sending them to you, bro.
Christ.
I'm gonna send them to work in the shop. You
Gluten.
beat the shit out of them.
Fuck is gluten? Get the fuck out of here.
Gluten,
You
bro.
just earned yourself one weekend at Mikey's house. Pack your shit. Pack your shit.
My neck hurts. Well, now your back's gonna hurt, bitch, because you just pulled Mikey duty.
Do a little something, take the pain away from that, huh? God, dude.
Dude, Major Payne was a great
That's fucking
movie.
amazing.
You want me to do something, take your mind off that thing? Oh, what does he say? Off that whatever, and he snaps his finger or whatever.
Take the pain out of it.
Dude, Major Payne was a great
It was
movie,
great.
wasn't
It
it?
was amazing.
Dude,
It
I
was
had the
amazing.
VHS.
Another guy, another R.I.P. Bernie Mac. That motherfucker's really.
God, he
He's
was
one-
so
he-
funny, dude.
Dude. Talking about hitting the kids in the throat. He's right.
Dude, his
Badass
show, the Bernie Mac show, the way he raises kids, I love that guy.
That's how you put kids in check.
Yes.
His kids ain't
Sometimes
going.
I told Kim, that's my kid's mom, I said, sometimes you got to strike the fear of God in these little motherfuckers. You got to. And I looked at her just like that, Christian. I said, I closed one eye a little bit.
Start tweaking.
I started twitching a little bit. I said,
got
put the fear of God in them. You
got
do,
to,
man. Sometimes
yeah.
you got to run a country out of fear, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. God damn it, boy.
Oh, man.
This has been a great podcast. It's so weird that
It's the
we're
fucking Soviet
fortunate
Union,
as
this
fuck,
bitch.
dude. We really are. We're so
Yeah.
fortunate.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to
Definitely
know
count blessings, man. You know,
Yeah.
fuck, man. We were
shit could go
blessed.
south
Yeah.
quickly.
We are
Shit.
blessed.
Yeah, dude. Shit could go south quickly. It's definitely something to think about every day. And I just think about when I see that guy and I'm riding by in my work van that runs because my boy Mikey fixes that shit.
Raggedy
And the
ass
damn
Like-
air
like-
conditioner's fucking blowing in my face and this dude's sitting over there in a covered blanket. on a pile of bullshit. That
Well, yeah, like what decisions did he make? What's his mindset? Like what's going on with that
See,
guy?
I think that guy, yeah, he probably made some bad decisions, but he probably couldn't help it.
He might, yeah.
I just feel like the hands were dealt terrible to him probably. Maybe he's fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's just something I think about. I appreciate y'all listening to my crazy bullshit.
man.
I don't even smoke weed and I sound like a fucking stoner, dude.
Fucking trippy, man.
Trippy, man.
You gonna come back and do another podcast with us?
I'd do it for hours, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
I would
that's
love
cool.
to have you back on the podcast.
Yeah, man.
Christian, always a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, man.
Everybody, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Christian, tell us where you work. How can they get their hair cut by you?
You can book an appointment at queenstreetbarbershop.com.
There you go. Remember where you heard it first.
Hell
Boys
yeah.
and girls,
Get that
how
cut.
can they fix their cars? Tell them where to go.
Google that shit. Put it
Dutch
on
Square.
YouTube.
Dutch Square, right? Mikey likes it.
Man, I keep my circle small working on cars, man. I really
You're
do.
busy as hell
I
anyway.
just- dude, it's one of those things. I fuck with people who know people because people are assholes, and that's the reason why I have my own place because I don't try to cater to people, man. You can't make people happy, you know. It's one of those things. If you have cool friends and they need some help, send them to me, man. You know.
Yeah, you're
Give 'em my
awesome.
number.
I'm glad I met you. I'm
Yeah.
glad you fuck with me, dog.
Dude, I'm not in it to pleasure people, man. Like I help people out and they make my life hard. I don't fuck with them. You know.
I
That's
don't
for
blame
But
you.
if you do need some pleasure, you can check me out at my thigh business.
Yeah.
It's called.
About
You can
late
find me
night.
at sugarfree on Instagram.com.
While you bullshit, swing through late night, baby. Come on.
Mama wear painted the dick holes in them.
We out, boy.
Later.
Oh, that was great.